Hello, 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 GrunEules. Dee Dee here, doing a haul. And my dog is complaining. So I'm doing a haul today. And I wanted to get into this. These are all items that have been on wish list, want list, wait lists. Okay, these two right here, the Tarot of Vampires by Ian Daniels and Druid Craft. Both of these I have the apps for on my phone, and like the imagery and the book enough to invest in the physical decks. These are the first. No, these are. Well, these are the first two that have arrived from my app trials. Not the first that I ordered. Alright, so let's put this away. Tarot of the Vampires. This is a Llewellyn deck. This is not the hard copy or hard box. This is a soft box. I don't know if I ordered the wrong one or what, but again, I'm not going to leave the cards in the box, so I guess that's really neither here nor there. She complains. She's not being mistreated. Trust me. Okay, that's decelloed. Here's the back of the box. Alright, now we're going to use Ripper and convince the top of the box to open. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. And B. Here's the book. Alright, so for each card you get the essence, a message, you get analysis and symbolism, you get shadow, and shadow information. So you get a lot of information about the majors. Let's look at the minors. Daughter of Scepters, Daughter of Wands. We get essence, message, qualities, and shadow. You don't get the symbolism, but you get a page and a half. And this book, there are no card pictures in here as far as I can see by flipping through. So there you go. And here are the cards. We're going to get Ripper out and decello them. That's the backs. So we have the Fool on the front, Daughter of Skulls on the back, what? Prince of Skulls, Queen of Skulls, Lord of Skulls. Okay, I'm going to shuffle first because this is not a flip through. I will reorder them before I do a flip through. Nice. They are no longer Virgin Shuffle deck. Very nice. Alright, what's sticking up? 9 of Knives. Alrighty. Death Head Moth, Full Moon. Cool. So that is the Phantasmagoria book by Ian Daniels and the Tarot of Vampires. I will set this aside. Next, we have Druid Craft Tarot. This is a small hard box from Connections. Illustrated by Will Worthington, who also did the Druid Animal and Druid Plant Oracles, as well as the Wildwood. Alright. I did not know this was such a small box. I thought I was getting the book with it, but we got a booklet. I have the full book in the app anyway, so that's okay. It is a sepia tone, and there are minis of the cards. Majors get a couple of paragraphs, the minors half a page each. Alright. Box is great. I just thought I was getting the full book and box set, but that's my issue, not yours. Alright. I just dinged the back of the card because I am impatient. These are a brown back, kind of a these are like the what I would call a color sienna, burnt sienna. And lucky us, there's a copyright on each end, so it makes it fully reversible. Oh, yeah. So, Connections. Edison Books. Okay, these come with a considerable bow in them, but I think they'll work themselves out. Alright, so we start off with the Ace of Wands. There's the Princess of Wands. Prince of Wands is mounted. Here is your Queen of Wands. Here is your King of Wands. Ace of Cups. I will do a flip through. The reason I do flip throughs is for my information and collection storage. And I refer back to my own videos on this topic. And Ace of Pentacles. The faces are really nice in this deck. Nine of Pentacles, we have the Bird of Prey, let's carry over from Rider-Waite-Smith. There's the Fool. Here is the Empress, or the Lady. So this is the embodiment of the Lord and the Lady. Here's the Lord, the Emperor. A female charioteer. Love that. Strength with a wild boar. Delicious. Wild boar. Hermit with a wolf or a coyote. Justice, scale, sword, and an owl. There's the Moon card. Judgment is renamed Rebirth. And here is your World card with your 4 suits in the corners. So that is your Druid craft. Excellent. I might get the print book on that. Now, these next 4 items, 3 decks and a book, I've been in my shopping cart for a few months, and I just got around to placing the order. Mother Piece GB. This is basically the little white book version. I have a couple, and I got this one in print and a few other Mother Piece books. There's like 4 or 5 Mother Piece books. I got them on my Kindle. Cello stuck to me. It's static. So I didn't have to carry them around, but I wanted to have one book on hand. It has a mini of the cards in black and white. Daughters are earth, sons are air, priestesses are water, shamans are fire. Daughter of Wands is fire and earth. Son of Cups, water, air. Okay. So that's how, there's the key to the court cards. The faces. This is a US Games deck. The book is 1996. Don't know when the printing of the deck is. Does it say? Doesn't. Well, these are both US Games. Alright. This is a round deck, and if you haven't guessed by watching my unboxings, I like round decks. Retouched and recolored. Didn't know that. Oops. There's the little white book. Little white book. And literally has a couple of keywords per. And inside the colored box is a white box. Cards. Okay, what do we got? We got the creator card. Here's the backs. I love the backs. And here is a poem or blessing for the deck. And here is the deck. So we have the Fool doing a handstand. Alright. Here is the Wheel. Here is Death. Every card has a copyright on it. Bummer. I have to look into other versions of this, I think. Here's your Star. Moon. Sun. A rainbow Ankh Earth Judgment. And here is the World. This is cool. There's the Ace of Cups. There's the Ten of Cups. Rejoicing a double rainbow. Daughter of Cups with a turtle, tortoise. Son of Cups. Priestess of Cups. We have a mermaid. And the shaman of Cups. I like the art very much because it reminds me of colored pencil work. And I really like that, if you haven't guessed yet. Five of Swords. Bzzz. I cannot wait. Ace of Pentacles or discs. Nine of discs. 10 of discs. Son of discs. Priestess of discs. And the Shaman of discs. That's a lovely card. So in the comments down below, tell me if there is one without copyright on the face. That would be grand, because I would totally dig that. We all get together and it'll be just fun. All get together and it'll be just fun. Okay, so there is the Mother Peace Tarot and Little White Book. And which do you want first? We'll do the little one. Hermetic Tarot. Golden Dawn, esoteric, symbolism, black and white, yet decadent. I actually got to play with one of these and decided to buy it. It was not on my list. The Hermetic Tarot's esoteric design emphasized the Golden Dawn's astrological attributes with further Sephirotic, angelic, geomatic, numerical, and Kabbalistic elements. Now revered as a classic, this deck's black and white artwork features intricate detailing that highlights the powerful symbolism. We're going to force the box to open. And this is also a U.S. Games, originally copywritten in 1979. And let's get into it. The Little White Book is celloed to it. That's nice. There's the Little White Book. Is this all in English, or is it like the Los Scarabeo? The Little White Book, copyright 2006. All in English. Cello. There is the deck card, or one of the deck cards. That is the back. And here's the artist card. Okay, so we have the Foolish Man, the Spirit of Ether, Daughter of the Mighty Ones, the Empress. Here is the Chariot. Justice. Symbolism all up in this house. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Donk. I usually see more symbolism when I turn a Hanged Man upside down and then deal with it. Here is the Star. Here's the Universe. And the Quartz cards all come together in this deck. And you have Knights, Queens, Kings, and Princesses. And Elle from the Sacred Seed, I think, walks through the court cards from the Hermetic Tarot against a Rider-Waite deck. And that, if I can find the video and remember, I'll link it down below because it's a freaking fantastic video. Here is the Wandage of Ace. Here is the Cuppage of Ace. You guessed it, the Swordage of Ace. And this is a beautiful card. The Pentacle. The Pentacle of Ace. The Lord of the Root of the Powers of Earth. Pentacle. And here's the 10. So these have some kind of shuffling powder on them. I can feel it on my hands. Let's give this a quick shuffle. I'll reorder it before I do a walkthrough. Perfecto. So, sexy shuffle. Alright, so that is the Hermetic Tarot. Last, not least in this haul, Dreams of Gaia by Raven Phelan. I am seriously drawn to her art. So, expect to see a lot of Raven Phelan stuff as she comes out with it on my channel. Even the cello is high quality. This is a Llewellyn product, but the box is Blue Angel. I've heard that Blue Angel is distributed by Llewellyn in the US. I don't know. That is something that is not on my need to know list. The reason I said Llewellyn is because Llewellyn worldwide. Alright. Dreams of Gaia. Forgive me while I caress my box. My mind is in the gutter. 81 cards, 308-page guidebook. It's got cutouts for the thumbs, but the box is freaking huge, which makes it difficult. See, I complain when the box is too small, I complain when it's too big. Bookmark. How freaking yeah! Book. Boxage. Oh. Oh, they are not celloed. I expected the deck to be celloed. That could have been a disaster. To seek, to feel, to grow, to heal. Many have read that. That's the back of her book. Here is the front. And it's got gold emboss. Here is the spine, which is sexy. Also, alright, black and white pictures. And this has its own system. 21 is not judgment, it is desire. Or 20 is not judgment, it's desire. 21 is perception. And then there are extra cards, that's right. I keep forgetting how many cards? 81, so 3 more cards. So there is 0, card 0. I have to break the gilding apart. Okay, so there is choice. I'll do a full walkthrough after I read more. Star, or what is it? Sky rockets at night. So I've got to break these apart. If you watch, they are gilded together. Here's the mother. Card number 4. Father, card number 5. Can I get a 6? Can I get a 6? 6 is the crone. I'm gonna like this. And the sage with his wolf and his owl guide. Hello, my love. Rebirth, death. It's card number 8. Love is card number 12. All right. 24 is faith. These are, again, not... So there are 24 quote-unquote majors. And we go into an ace. There we go. Here's a cool character. Or harsh. What else is unstuck? So here's this dude. He's not stuck to anything. Those cards are all stuck together. These are all stuck together. Body, mind. Mind and body. This is going to be stunning. I'm still so excited. Honor the masculine and the feminine. There's the Queen of Wawa. And here's the King of Wawa. Look at his facial hair. They both have orange eyes. So, that is the preview of the Dreams of Gaia. It's not quite tarot system, but I can't wait to get into it because, hello, artwork. The Hermetic Tarot, the Mother Piece deck and book, Druid craft, and the Phantasmagoria and Tarot of Vampyres. Be happy, be healthy, learn something new every day. If you have any questions on these, let me know down below. I will be doing flip throughs and reviews and uses, so keep track of what's going on the channel. Subscribe. Ciao, this is Dee Dee signing out.